What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another umamusume video. This video, as you can see, we are back with Kita already, simply because later tonight it's going to be the CM. So this is the last training video before the CM tomorrow, or I guess tonight, but tomorrow's video. And I just want to see, you know, what if we somehow, or I somehow train the Kita I want to bring to the CM. For the video today, so that's why we're here. But regardless, I've been trying to train Kita a little bit off camera. I did get a UA6 as my last one, but I think I remember mentioning yesterday that I had a UA7 that I can possibly use. Yeah, it's this one, just for the fun of it. But as of right now, my top 3 is this Marzensky, this Measure Ramino, and this Aguri Cap. Yeah, this Aguri Cap also. So not even Hogo Tarumais. I mean, I can. She's a UA6, but I, for some odd reason, can't get a better one than this one. And with Kita, I can't get better than a UA7, but we'll see if this is the one. We'll see. For the setup, I decided to give this a shot. Just decided to swap out the Super Creek card and borrow a Air Shakur one instead. And then just using the Still in Love Speed card along with Almond Eye, Tamama Power, Casino Drive, Friend card, and Forever Young, Wise card. And that is the setup. So we're going to get the run started. But before we get started with the run, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. You are free to join the circle that I'm in. It's called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. They'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel or Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, here we are. Well, about to be in the beginning of the run. And we're gonna see if this run with Kita, like 12 hours, a little less than 12 hours before the CM, will I be able to train a Kita, a better Kita, for the CM. If not, obviously I'll still train after before tomorrow's video to see if I can get a Kita ready. I was actually trying between Kita and Cap just to see if I can get a better one of either or either or, but I didn't. So I didn't yet, because who knows, maybe I'll get one. Maybe I'll get one. But other than that, yesterday I fully caught up in Enfield's story, so I don't have to worry about that story anymore. I've been like, the Enfield story has been good. Enfield story has definitely been good, in my opinion. The cutscenes for like the big parts definitely hits. And the story has been good. The story has been good. Now I can, or should say, work on the factory, because I'm a little behind on that with everything that they've added in the last 2 patches. So I gotta worry about that now. But next week is Woowa. I do the Star Rail's anniversary did start, so there's a new story. So I do have that now. But and Woowa, I pretty much caught up to all the events. I say pretty much because um I thought one of the events was completely released or updated, but the last stage I still had to wait until today for it to happen. So I just got that left, and I pretty much am set for the Wuwa anniversary next week. Ready to pull for Hiyuki, her weapon. and see where the story leads up to in phase 1. And then gotta worry about Dania in phase 2. And then we could chill after, assuming it is the Cyberpunk collab right after the anniversary. I think that's what I saw. And then after that, gonna pull for Lucilla whenever after the Cyberpunk collab. At least that's how I saw the predicted upcoming patches, I guess. Not really gonna pull for the Cyberpunk collab because I really don't care, to be honest. If it's a collab and it's with something I don't really necessarily care too much about, I ain't gonna care at all, or feel like I'm gonna miss out on anything. I'll just get the free stuff, you know. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. No, you play a lot of gacha games. Collabs happen in a lot of them sometimes, and sometimes you just gotta pick and choose. Sometimes you just gotta pick and choose. At least that's how I see it. But yeah, so like Star Rail is having, I think, continuing their Fate collab sometime soon in the next few months. I think it's gonna be Gilgamesh and Reen, which I'm gonna assume, if it's the same pattern as the first collab last year, I would say Gilgamesh is free, just like Archer was, and then Reen would be, well, Reen won't be given for free, pretty much. But we'll see. We'll see. Haven't really seen anything like official about it, but that was, at least I don't think it was official. But that was pretty much what I heard. Did I even? No, we didn't. Did not unlock the dates yet. Or now we did. But I think a week from now is NTE for sure. 29th, if I'm remembering the date correctly. Should I just do this, or let's just take this? I do find it surprising that NTE is releasing on the week Wu was having the anniversary patch, so I wonder how that's gonna go. either they have to, right? They like have done that on purpose. I feel like that was done on purpose. What do you guys think? If you guys are thinking about playing NT to begin with, it kind of feels like on purpose. If you think about releasing your game the same week, one of the popular games is having their anniversary. Kind of interesting choice, I would say, at least. Makes me wonder if Zenless is gonna have some kind of collab. Star Rail did, obviously, with Fate. And then you have Wua with all these, well, at least an actual collab would be Cyberpunk. But it's also had like all these, I guess, smaller collabs at least. With like the motorcycle skins and all that recently. But I wonder if they're gonna have more like actual collabs with the like a collab story happen. But it'd be interesting to see how they come up with it. But is there anything else? I don't think so. I guess technically I went and kind of had my one moment where I just sat down and looked around my girl's Frontline account. Basically just looking at my characters, seeing if I have them like updated. Not with like attachments now, but like for certain things. I forgot what it's called, but there were some cases where I did may have forgot to add like a neural helix, or I may have swapped out one accidentally and forgot to put it back and all that. Or there was like a character I was building that I forgot to finish and did that. And just basically see what I could have done. Even went through my bag just for the storage, just see if I had any items that I forgot to use, which I did. I didn't use the free costume, which I ended up using on Shwomi. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. There are a lot of items I could, like, was it claim or whatever? It's just a lot. And I don't necessarily need it. I forgot what item it is. It's like one of the event items mostly. I don't know if it's for attachments or gifts. If it's the gifts, I don't mind, but if it's just attachments, I'm like, I have my attachment storage is just almost full every time. Well, not every time anymore, because I've actually stopped just randomly farming attachments, because sometimes there's just a moment where I haven't had a character to build in a while, and it'll just keep it'll just keep building up. kind of want to check also what else I can do in Girls Frontline. Just to see. Maybe I can go for better attachments. Who knows? I haven't really gone that far, but I could possibly do it. But I still need to work on Enfield. that is a given though. I need to work on my bases, get the factory running for wooling, because I haven't really fixed up my wooling bases, just to be honest. So I'll be doing that within the week. Alright, are we gonna get dirt up? And then after this, we're gonna start going over the comments. We're gonna start going over the comments. Can we at least get dirt go up a little bit? We got it up to an A. That's the first hurdle. To at least get it to an A. If I want to use Kita for the CM. Should I do... Yeah, why not? Just to have all of them at C at the very least. And with that being said, I'm gonna start going over the comments. Let me just refresh it just to see if maybe a comment, a newer comment had appeared, but does it look like it? So the first comment I'll be going over is gonna be from Rick, and then the rest will be from Nova. And the first comment says, or the comment from Rick says, I basically did 5 manual runs or so this scenario, and we are close to the CM, I guess. Yep, the CM is in like less than 12 hours. If you care about starting on it right away. But for me, I won't be doing it until pretty much a whole day. Until I record tomorrow morning. So with all that time left, I'll see if in between I'll be able to train Akita or maybe a cap for said CM. If not, we'll most likely still see the Romano, Marzensky, and the UA8 cap I trained. Maybe even try out the UA7 Kita I showed earlier. Nova says, Rick casual? Then Rick says, yeah, lazy plus rip Gametora guides. I'm gonna say it again, but I'm pretty sure I said this earlier. This scenario wasn't as bad or too bad at all when it came to learning it, I would say. Because I didn't really need to pick up on anything besides the evaluation thing where you bring up the levels. That was pretty much the only thing I needed confirmation for, and it turned out I was pretty much doing it, picking the right ones at the same to begin with. So sometimes you just gotta keep trying. Or just look at, I guess, other runs online to see, or on YouTube to see how they do it. I'm pretty sure there's some that even has captions. I'm not sure, but Noah says Gametora is dead. They're not dead, but when it comes to updating the recent characters, they've been kind of slow. I wouldn't say slacking, but they've been slower these days. They've been slower these days. They will have like their one moment where they're on time, at least what I'm used to, and then for the next few, it's gonna be like, oh, we're gonna take a little bit longer or so. Excuse me. I'm actually looking at Gametora right now, and latest scenario. Yeah, there's not there's not really a guide in Gametora. If you're really looking for a guide, you could probably just easily Google it or something. Maybe. I'm pretty sure you probably tried though. I'm pretty sure you probably tried. But let me see. Beyond Dreams, Musume, scenario guide. I don't want to click through all this, but there might be one that will actually help, but it's gonna take some looking over. Let's do that. But other than that, thank you, Rick, for the comment, and Nova for replying. The next comments, for the rest of the comments, it's going to be all from Nova, starting with Anniversary for Wuwa is just a normal patch, so that's nice. Cesian Half Annie is just another character release, and Zenless Annie might be hype though. I would say that there's a chance that Zenless Anniversary's hype. And then apparently there's a new element, a wind element, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's official, but I think it is. But I think it is. So that's going to be, I guess, yeah, since it's going to be the anniversary around the, right? The anniversary is going to be around the time the new 3.x patches get released. I think. Was it like that before? I don't even know. I don't even remember, but whether it is or not, it might just be hype regardless. It might just be hype regardless. This is alright. Ever since getting my D drive to 2 terabytes, I've moved Wuwa and Zealous over from C drive to D drive. This felt a lot better since Wuwa was taking up 130 gigabytes. Big game. Big game. They might eventually probably compress some of the files for the older files that aren't being used, maybe. I think they did something like that in Starville or whatever in Hoyo, but it is a lot of space. I ain't gonna deny it. I ain't gonna deny it. For a gacha game, that's a nope for me, so I guess I'll just stick the smaller gachas to the C drive. Kind of curious. No, just I'm not gonna bother looking at it now. My CM training has been non-existent. Might have to skip this time around. Well, didn't you say you weren't gonna do this CM anyway because you were gonna be in vacation regardless? So I'm not surprised that you're not gonna be doing this CM. Plus, you were like, it's perfect because it's dirt, so you don't have to worry about training dirt Umas. I'm pretty sure you said something like that before your whole vacation. Which what? You have like 2 more weeks there, I think. I think. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly. You know the old Shushu would have pulled. Just saying. Are we for Admire Groove? Yeah. I mean, it's not like I can't get her since I do have enough for pity, but do I want to go through all that? No, I think I'll just wait for Golden Week. I think I'll just wait for Golden Week. It's perfectly fine. Let's just do that. I'm still waiting on my Umaluk to return. Maybe someday. I mean, you did say, it was your words, that you feel like instead of the Uma banners, it's more the support card banners you're getting lucky from. At least that's what you've been saying. I guess it's looking like it with your Admire Groove pulls. You said you went up to 170. So I don't know. I hope it's a double daring banner so I can get it over with. I don't mind going to pity on that banner. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did go that route and release both daring attack and daring heart for at the same time. I mean, they already did it with the support cards pretty much, so would they do it for an actual banner? Probably. I was gonna say that since they were were they both featured on? Hold on, let me take a look at it at the support cards. Here supports. Let me type daring again. No, okay. I thought maybe both of them was featured in the wedding banner or June bride banner last year, but it was just daring heart as the wise card. But they were featured in. Do I want to call this the ballroom? In the last 2 support cards, it was for the ballroom, I believe. And I was gonna say maybe they get released for next year's ballroom event, but they would still need to get a original release with their OG outfits first before that would happen. But honestly, I could see them being a future double the 2 banner characters for the wedding banner. I would say that's a good opportunity for them to do that, at least. But will they do it? Who knows? Who knows? Because it's Cygames. Who knows what they're thinking? Is it Nuz from Europe? Belgium, maybe? I think it is Nuz that I'm thinking about. He just hasn't commented in a long time. But he's like... Doesn't he just like super focus on university? I think it is. As I was thinking about from Europe. I don't know about I don't know about Belgium. I don't remember that. I don't remember if he mentioned it. Maybe he did. Actually, I think he may have. Just don't remember, unfortunately. Do we still have a date? We do. Okay, then I'll just do this. Canadian is British last time I checked. Then again, it was the British colonies at one point, so it's all connected. I just didn't want to say it is or if it wasn't. It is or isn't, just in case, because I wasn't sure to begin with. If I'm being honest. But you know what? I'll just Google it. Oops. See, the first answer I see says no. Canadians are not British, which was my original assumption. It's my original assumption. But I don't know what the, I guess, general people think. I personally didn't think Canadians were British, if I'm going to be honest. But I'm gonna say it's safe to say that I don't think Canadians think they're British either. If there are any Canadians here, can you confirm, or you know, whether or not you see whether or not Canadians see themselves as British? Because I don't think so. And I just want to make sure, you know, that Google's, you know, just because it's all you can Google, it doesn't mean they're always right, right? But no more luck shoo. See, this is why I saved 200k. This is gonna happen at some point. When you go back down to 50k, that's when we'll start really talking about it. Right now, you're still about 200k still, so I think you're okay right now. I think you're okay right now. Don't think I'll pull for Orphe or Trigger. Well, at least I have Electric Neck Team now. Yeah, you don't necessarily need them. It's just if you don't want to use Astra with them, you're probably better off using Orphe or Trigger. I'm assuming those are the two options because those were the two other options with Anbi and Seed if you didn't want to use Astra. Which I didn't have, so. Which is why I use Astra. Don't get your hopes up with getting more currency from Enfield. Reality is the income is mid, and the gacha expenditure is ridiculous. I'm just hoping that I'm just gonna hope like I did before, where when I originally thought it was gonna be Mifu first and then Fang Yi. I'm just gonna hope that I get lucky in my pulls. And hopefully maybe get the weapon early with the arsenal tickets. So let's just see how the next patch would be, because phase 2 is just a rerun banner. So I got nothing else to worry about pulling wise in Enfield for now, for like the next month. I just gotta worry about my factories now. Pretty much. Pretty much, that is all. But if they start doing one character banner and one banner rerun per patch, then not sure if people will feel excited about that. Why are we doing reruns 2 patches later? That's a kind of an Enfield and Woo question because of Lene. So I don't know. I don't know. You were happy about it with one, aka Wua, and you were not happy about it with the other, aka Enfield. So you tell me, Nova. You tell me. Ooh, I didn't use all my dates either. This run was not gonna be good anyway. This run was not gonna be good anyway, but at least I can hope for a better run between now and recording the first day of the CM tomorrow. People will get mad at anything, even if Kuro released the Neo for free. I don't think they will do that. I don't think they will do that. Actually, you know what I just realized? Speaking about free characters, did they do that last year? Because you know how in the first year they gave us that guide in the same festival as Zeja? They gave us a free copy of that one guy. I forgot his name because I never trained him and he never came back in the story. Well, I guess that goes for the entirety of Huang Long, but that's besides the point. Um, yeah, I don't remember his name, but he was like the one of the main characters of that event story, I would say. But I don't remember Kuro releasing or giving us a free character, didn't they? Yeah, I don't think they did. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's gonna be one this year, but if they didn't do it last year, then I'm not gonna assume they're gonna do it this year. Plus, Starro hasn't done it since the first time they did it, so no, no, no. I take it back. I believe the third Don Hung was free because I have him. There was no way I was gonna pull for him if it was just a banner. Okay, never mind. I take that back. Maybe Wua will. Maybe Wua will because I think Star Rail did it the second year. I think I don't remember. But then they did when they got to Euphorius, so maybe Kuro will this year. You never know. You never know. Mid long, well, Yang Yang alt might be worth pulling. She's a poster girl, but gets no love, just like Anby in Zenless. Well, the difference with Anby and Yang Yang is that Anby, at least in comparison with Yang Yang, Anby has gotten a bit more attention. And she appears at least, even if it's a couple seconds or so, in the main story. They do show her, even if it's just a tiny bit. While Yang Yang is just completely gone. And we've still yet to see actual like yang yang alt, I guess, if it is true or not. Kind of like how in Zenless we were like, oh, they I guess in comparison to Zenless, Anbi's S ranked alt was released fairly early. Fairly early, I'd say. And then now we're getting Billy as the second one, right? I think so, yeah. I was gonna say, if anything, it looks like it's gonna be the whole entirety of the cutting hairs, but Nekomata kind of already is an S rank, so I don't think she'll be getting an alt at all. Maybe. I won't say that she would until characters start getting a second variation, I guess. Which is possible, because they did it with A ranks. Not as much, but they've done it with the A ranks with Anby already, so, and then now Billy. So it is definitely possible. And then Gilberta and Lavitane are just like Yinlin and that green haired dude from Wuwa 1.0. No relevance thereafter. No, there's a difference though. At least Yinlin and Jian was part of the story. That's the only difference. Because Lavitane and Gilberta were just released and had their character stories, but Jian and Yinlin actually had a part in the main story. You get what I'm saying? Like, sure, you could say, oh, this happened at one point for the Enfield one for Lavitane and Gilberta, but Yinlin and I guess I should just get all the skills then. Yinlin and Jian was actually in the main story. Well, actually, I don't. Was Yinlin in the main story, or was she more of a side story? I'm starting to think she was more of a side story. Oh well, I won't remember because that was a while ago. That was definitely a while ago, but other than that, that is pretty much it for all the comments. Thank you, Nova, and thank you, Rick, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And we are at the end of the run, so perfect timing. Perfect timing. Still a UA 5. Kind of around the range. My typical range. UA 5 are a little bit higher. I'm not gonna bother. Should I bother? I'll just. Who cares? Yeah, I shouldn't have bothered. But I'm just gonna continue training Kita again for the rest of the time that I can until the CM tomorrow when I record. But ended up with 2117 speed, 1457 stamina, 1700 power, 1062 guts, and 1663 in wise with no S aptitude because dirt is just an A, not an S. I don't think I have anything else but dirt inheritance, so I'm not really expecting medium distance or runner. Sorry, my nose. But other than that, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know, I guess, your final team that you're going to bring for the CM. Just to see who, I guess, the top 3 you're bringing, and if you have any backups. And or if you're still doing last second preparations like I am, like I'm always doing this anyway, but if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined our Discord server, link is down in the description down below. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.